They say space is the final frontier, an infinite expanse filled with secrets we have yet to uncover. But what if one of those secrets has been hiding above us for decades, orbiting Earth in silence, watching, waiting? This is the legend of the Black Knight satellite, an anomaly that has baffled scientists, fueled conspiracy theories, and raised the ultimate question: could it be of extraterrestrial origin? The story begins in 1899 with one of history's greatest minds, Nikola Tesla. While conducting radio frequency experiments in his Colorado Springs laboratory, Tesla claimed to have intercepted a strange, repeating signal from space. At the time, no known technology existed to explain such a transmission. Tesla himself believed it might be communication from an intelligent life form. Decades later, in the 1920s and 30s, amateur radio operators around the world reported hearing unexplained signals, described as artificial and deliberate. Fast forward to 1954, and newspapers ran sensational headlines about a mysterious object in Earth's orbit. The reports, published in the St. Louis Dispatch and the San Francisco Examiner, claimed that the U.S. Air Force had detected not one, but two unknown satellites orbiting our planet. The problem? This was 3 years before humanity successfully launched its first artificial satellite, Sputnik 1. How could there be unknown objects circling the Earth before spaceflight had even begun? Then came 1960. The U.S. Navy detected a dark, unidentified object in a polar orbit, an orbit typically used only by reconnaissance satellites. The military scrambled, suspecting Soviet involvement, but no country claimed ownership. Around the same time, astronomer Clyde Tombaugh, the discoverer of Pluto, was leading a government project to search for artificial objects in orbit. Was the Black Knight satellite part of his classified findings? In 1973, Scottish researcher Duncan Lunan made a stunning claim. He reanalyzed mysterious long-delay echoes, radio signals that bounced back after an unexplained pause. Lunan suggested that these signals could be a message from an extraterrestrial probe, possibly transmitting from the Black Knight satellite. He even interpreted the signals as star maps pointing to the Epsilon Beta star system, located 200 light-years away. If true, it could mean the Black Knight had been observing us for thousands of years. The most famous visual evidence came in 1998, when the crew of the Space Shuttle Endeavour captured photographs of a dark, tumbling object in orbit. NASA dismissed it as a thermal blanket lost from the ISS, but conspiracy theorists weren't convinced. To them, it was proof, a physical glimpse of the enigmatic Black Knight satellite, floating just beyond our reach. Skeptics argue that the Black Knight legend is nothing more than a mix of misinterpreted signals, classified military projects, and a generous dose of speculation. NASA has repeatedly debunked claims of an alien satellite, stating that every piece of evidence has a conventional explanation. But for those who believe, the story is far from closed. Could the Black Knight be an ancient probe placed in orbit long before humanity took its first steps into space? Is it a relic of an advanced civilization, silently watching from above? Or is it something else entirely? The answers remain elusive, hidden in the void between science and speculation. Until we know for certain, one thing is undeniable. The Black Knight satellite continues to inspire curiosity, fascination, and perhaps just a little fear. Because if something has been watching us all this time, the real question isn't what it is, but what it wants.